great decoupling is here. We've seen an incredible run in Bitcoin, and could this just be the start of the bull market? What's crazily interesting about this crazy start to this new year for Bitcoin is that it's doing so detached from traditional finance. Dollar index has been strong this year. US 10-year has been strong this year. This Bitcoin move is not like others before, and you guys need to be aware of the consequences. I'm going to break that down and a lot more, plus get into the latest chart patterns I'm seeing in the charts right now. If you appreciate these videos as and when the data comes out, make sure you smash up the likes. Do not forget to subscribe, guys. If you want to trade with us, the two exchanges I'm using mostly nowadays is Bybit and Mexi. Links in the description, plus a link to our Telegram community where I'm sharing altcoin trades which are delivering phenomenal returns. I mean, lit. One of the trades I shared a couple of days ago, over 30% spot. Make sure you're in our Telegram community. You're missing all the altcoin fun. So we'll come onto the Bitcoin chart shortly. I want to start off by understanding what is going on, because the reality is, normally, if you want to take Bitcoin and how it moves as a risk-on asset. We've spoken about this at length over the last couple of years. If you guys have been following this channel for a long time, it does well when the dollar index has tough times. Now, to start off this year, the dollar index has been remarkably strong. The dollar index has done pretty well to start off this year, right? It's had a positive year, and it's been moving up. I think it's over 3% up this year already. But Bitcoin's gone on a crazy 50% run since January. Insane. Bitcoin's now sitting at the door of 52,000, desperately trying to break all-time highs. And yet the US 10-year has spiked, right? And the dollar index has spiked. So what's going on? Are we actually seeing a decoupling? This is the main argument we're now seeing is Bitcoin finally moving away from just being this liquidity play, right? Which is whenever the Fed is printing, then Bitcoin does well as a risk-on asset. Is it now starting to form a bit of a safe haven? And we're starting to see evidence of that, right? If you jump onto the various news articles, you can start to see people are starting to notice that Bitcoin is moving as a risk haven. Whether it's Nigeria, who's going through a currency crisis, adding flows into Bitcoin. Whether it's the likes of Russia, who's heavily sanctioned, flowing money into Bitcoin. Whether it's the likes of China, who's going through their own crises right now in terms of deflationary pressures, maybe people are flowing to Bitcoin. We're starting to see all of this add up to more inflows into crypto. And on top of that, the crazy inflows we're starting to see from the Bitcoin spot ETF, which had a bit of a lag at the start of January, now kicking into gear. And all of that dials up a recipe for Bitcoin to be roaring up towards all-time highs. There's a few important chart patterns I want to share with you, but please do make sure you smash up the like buttons if you appreciate this. Let's start off with this. This is the first chart pattern I wanted to share with you guys. You can see Bitcoin was in this channel for a very long time. Ever since we entered this on the 13th of June here on the weekly chart, Bitcoin was in this channel. Now, on this point in October, we broke the channel. Huge, important moment when we broke through that 31.1 resistance level, and it's been crazy since then. But what's even more important about the last 2 weeks here is we've broken trend again. We're going even more parabolic. If this is your upward trend, now it wants to go even higher. This is desperate to go and chase all-time highs at 69,000. Now, let me share some other views with you guys. If you take a look at this pattern, which I've been sharing with you guys, you know where I shared this pattern yesterday with you guys, the ascending broadening wedge, which of course can break to the downside as well, but we're so extended here to the top side that Bitcoin is trying to break to the top side. And remember, I shared with you in yesterday's video that this kind of a pattern could lead to a $67,000 Bitcoin up here, $67,000 if we break to the upside here on Bitcoin. Very powerful pattern. Now there's more. Need to share something else with you guys. If we zoom down into this chart, you can see we're also consolidating on the short term. If I drop this down to the hourly chart, you can see we're in a bit of a bull flag. And this is the main pattern I want you guys to watch here over the last couple of hours. Bitcoin's just been shunned there in the last 2 hours. Can it hold support and attempt another move to the upside? Remember, these are generally bull flags. Now, of course, bull flags can break to the downside. And where's Bitcoin's main level of support? First level of support will come in at 51.2. Thereafter, support's coming at 50,000 flat. Fine, so I'll be prepared for those support levels. But if this is a continuation move, normally you take the extended move, if you guys are trading this, right? Now, if I wanted to be a bit more aggressive, I'd take it from here. I'm going to take it here to be conservative, and I'm going to apply that to there. And again, if you guys want to learn all this TA stuff, which I'm doing very crudely on my iPad right now, you can do so at ijazcrypto.com/TA TA. And you see the price target brings you to 55.7. There you see there's a lot of strength in the Bitcoin price, whether it's on the short term, whether it's on the medium term. But like I've been sharing in my videos the last couple of days, it's my job when I'm sharing these videos to be a bit of a devil's advocate, because there's a lot of euphoria in the market, right? There's a lot of greed in this market. Let's jump on over to fear and greed. You can see this market's greedy, right? You don't need me to help you be more greedy. You need me to provide a bit of rationalism. And that rationalism is going to be, okay, guys, we expect this move to continue. We expect good ETF inflows. We expect more excitement towards the Bitcoin halving. But what if it did fall? Can we please have a plan B so we're prepared if we do fall? And that is when I start to come in to look at the EMA ribbons. And so if we bring out the daily EMA ribbon, this is going to be the first point of call to say, okay, where is support, right? Where is support here on Bitcoin? And so far, you can see we're very extended on this daily EMA ribbon. And the main support comes in around that 45.7 level. Can you see that yellow line? That is where the main horizontal support comes in, and it also ties in with the EMA ribbon. So around this range between 46.7 all the way down here to 44 is support here for Bitcoin. If it does want to cool down, these are the areas I'd want to be nibbling. I'm not chasing this extended, I'm waiting for pullbacks, and that's when I'm going to be nibbling. And same for my altcoin trades. If we get a pullback, what a great time to be entering trades from support. You don't enter trades when price is extended. You let it cool off, come back to support, and catch it on the bounce, right? Same what I want to do on Bitcoin is the same what I do with my altcoin trades, which I share with you guys, ejarscrypto.com/TG. So that's the main support. Now, if I wanted to be a bit of a kind of, more scary kind of price target, I'm going to jump to my weekly chart. I'm going to jump to my weekly chart and remind you guys that we are on a very extended move here. We consolidated for a little bit for a couple of weeks. Boom, another move to the upside. Now, the question for Bitcoin is, does it want to consolidate sideways for a couple of weeks? Or is it going to consolidate downwards, right? Is it going to consolidate downwards into that 45.6 level, which I shared with you? But also, the weekly EMA ribbon comes in at 40,000. So for me, I need to be prepared for those price points. The daily levels I showed you around that 45K mark, I've got to be comfortable with it. I've got to be prepared to pull the trigger on the cash that I've got in on the sidelines. Similarly, on a weekly time frame, if it wants to pull into that 40,000 level, there's going to be a lot of fear, right? Imagine now Bitcoin sitting at 52 and then dumps all the way down to 40. It's going to be a lot of blood on the streets, fearful. It's exactly when I want to be buying, guys. It's exactly when I want to be buying, when I know the halving is coming, when I know the Bitcoin spot ETF is looking stronger and stronger with the inflows, when I know many major economies are using Bitcoin as a spot haven, when we're decoupled from the traditional markets, finally, right? We were so frustrated through the bear market that we were coupled to the traditional system. We didn't want to be coupled to the traditional system, but that's just how it was working. Now Bitcoin's got life of its own. It's moving on its own terms, and what an exciting time to be trading and investing in crypto. So there you have it, guys. If you appreciate these updates as and when the data comes out, please do smash up the likes. Do not forget to subscribe. I want to see as many of you guys as possible in our Telegram community. We're making banger trades in that community. I share TA patterns, insights, fundamental analysis, macro updates, loads of stuff on there. So if you're busy and on the go and you want crypto updates throughout your day, it's all in the Telegram channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.